Today we're gonna prepare this place for an event. The first thing I'm gonna do is take this beautiful broom and clean all the spider webs.
Naturally, it wasn't that easy with all the stuff around, so...
New plan. My plan was cute, but I noticed very fast that I first need to get all the stuff away from here. I'm just gonna use the good old technique. I'm gonna take it and hide it away, so nobody's gonna see it. In a corner somewhere, I don't know, I'll find one. Our fridge just got delivered.
And that's exactly what I did. I just took everything, piece by piece, and stuffed it into another corner. This one, of course, well hidden.
During the cleanup, I found these two items, which were a little curious, and I had to ask my dad what they are. This one is very dirty and is used to sharpen the thing you cut the grass with, where you make like the swinging motion, and usually Death has it as a weapon. I don't know what it's called, maybe a skite or something, I don't know. But with this apparently you just hit it until it gets until you can use it again. I don't know, something like that. Okay, and this is thing where you well, that's a little bit difficult to explain with my English, but you use it to make bigger stuff smaller. So that's it. But the interesting thing is, these are actually made out of war equipment. So these were shot in World War II or something, and then people found it and didn't know what to do with them. Actually, they needed stuff, and they didn't have other materials, so they used the bullets and made house stuff and utility stuff out of them. And this is such a grinder, I would call it. Not a wheat one, a different kind of grinder. Yeah. Now that I have hid all this stuff away, it is time to start with the real swiping. Yes, that's a little bit of spider webs, which are not extremely easy to clean because they like to stick to the walls. Wow, the amount of dust and dirt that's over here, it's just, that's quite a lot.
And quite a lot was way too much.
I'm really most afraid of recording this video, during the recording of this video, that you're not gonna be able to see the dirt like I see it. And maybe if you don't see it, you're like, what's wrong with this guy? Why is he cleaning something that doesn't look even that dirty? This is a container full of salt. It became hard as a rock now. And yeah, I don't know why we have this, but we have this. And it's so heavy I can't move it. I can't move it. Okay. Well, maybe I can move it, but oof. Now, I thought I could work around this, but looks like I will have to move this big stuff with salt. Let's hope I don't break my back. Well, easier than expected. I just came to the realization that the tables have to go for now.
That was the moment when it struck me that all the dust I was cleaning from the walls was slowly drifting onto the tables. But once the tables were gone, I could unleash the fury of the broom.
I've also found 2 nests. This one I think is abandoned, but the other one, this one, I think is still active. Now I can't see it quite yet, but maybe if I just go high enough. Is there something? While dusting, I discovered the mark of a football on the wood. And the thing is, I haven't played football in this yard, I think, for more than 10 years. And the last time I played was with my brother. Crazy. This brings up some memories.
After sweeping that corner, it's now the VIP section for all the local birds and cats. They don't even fight each other there, they just cheer together like it's the peace talk at Camp David. No, but honestly, this was the moment when I really started seeing progress. With everything swept clean and dusted, I could now turn my attention to other corners in the yard. Like this one. I had to somehow arrange all this garden equipment and some unfinished bows in a way that looked neat. And when I almost got a headache doing so, it suddenly hit me. No, for real, a piece of wood did really hit me. But no big deal, I just applied the same good old technique of switching to a better hidden corner.
Here we have another container with salt, and this one also got coffee beans. Okay.
Since I wanted to make myself some salty coffee, I collected the beans only to remember that I don't drink coffee. Obviously I had to vent my anger on the salt stone and smashed it into little pieces with a rock. So savage. Directly afterwards, I started washing the walls.
I know this maybe doesn't look much, but this is also another reminder for me. And this is the place where my dog used to rub his back on. And yeah, the dog was older than me with 1 year and we grew up together. And only at the second glance I noticed that there is still hair from him right there. So if necromancy would be a thing, who knows? Maybe we'll be able to have him back again. Ha! No, just kidding. Let him rest in peace.
And since the walls were so clean now, I decided I'd wash the gate too. And because the gate was not the same white anymore as the door, well, I started washing the trash bins. The well also was in dire need of some sweeping love and the weeds needed a gentle cut.
Sin bin, right? No, no se lo aplican completo. Mezcla como se dedica, ¿ok? That's my jaws. Yeah, from my nose.
The next little challenge was the table arrangement. How could we arrange the tables to fit about 17 people and make everyone feel included? We could just place them parallel next to each other like at an Oktoberfest, but that would weaken unit cohesion. And while that isn't a real problem because you don't just sit through the whole event, it wasn't something we wanted for our civil wedding. And since we had no round tables, we decided on a square.
This is the place I decided to stack all the stuff I don't know what to do with. And yes, it's exactly on the other side, so nobody should be able to see it. Just look at this little tree. It's so little, and yet it bears so many fruits. This one might be done. Just Look how beautiful. Ah. Sweet. Hey, do we have some tomatoes? Oh, a pickle. Are you ready to eat? Yes, he is. 3 pickles and a little tomato. Part of the preparation is also buying necessary supplies. I've just been and bought some chicken. Well, I hope it's gonna be tasty. It's time to get some decorations. And we decided on this little plant, which is actually an invasive species. Right?
Yes,
And by using them as decorations, we also help.
the trees.
Yay!
So this is English ivory. Stuck to the tree.
The date of the big event was rapidly approaching. Although everything was neat and clean, the space lacked a festive vibe. Decorations were sorely missing and had to be added. Fortunately, 2 dear cousins had just arrived and eagerly joined the operation. In my opinion, decorations are no small detail, they are a crucial part of setting the scene. With 2 extra pairs of hands, we naturally took a moment to challenge each other with some moves on the rings, ensuring no one was skipping training. Never neglect your body. After our impromptu workout, we used the English ivy we had collected from the woods to add a touch of green life to the party. Despite its invasive nature, the plant makes perfect decorations. As you might have heard me say already, this event is our civil wedding. The moment when the happy couple heads to the town hall and makes everything official. At least that was the grand plan. But, as anyone who's ever tried to plan anything knows, life has a way of tossing plans out the window. Since we're from different nationalities and getting married in Romania, I needed a pile of paperwork, including something called an Ehefähigkeitszeugnis from Germany. It's essentially a fancy piece of paper that says, yes, you are indeed allowed to marry. Which is pretty straightforward if you're in Germany, but as luck would have it, being not in Germany and having only a month to get everything sorted was apparently a bit too ambitious. So we missed the submission deadline at the town hall, but you know what? That turned out to be a blessing in disguise. It took the pressure off and allowed us to focus on what really mattered, making the event memorable, prepping everything, and actually enjoying our time with our guests. Sometimes a little chaos just makes a party more fun.
Ah, nice.
How do you feel?
Ah. Good.
Yeah?
Excited?
Feeling prepared?
Not really. I'm just like messy.
Nah, you're fine.
Hey, how are you feeling?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm happy.
Then go and bring 2 forks, please.
Yes, of course.
2 forks later, I get to finally show you the finished chill corner. Well, it's more of a chill spot, because there is no corner here as you can see. Nonetheless, a lot of time and work had been invested into it. Hey man, what are you doing? Preparing. Preparing what? Preparing for the guests of the party. So, finally, the big day had arrived. We were incredibly fortunate to have a fantastic team of helpers and cooks who were busy preparing delicious meals, sweets, and beautifully arranged food platters.
These are the chicken wings. And over here, we're doing some lemonade. Making some lemonade. Sometimes the problem with the outdoors is the outdoors. Any minute now, it's gonna stop. Hey man! Really relaxing.
But we did not let some sky water ruin our moods, and we proceeded as planned. First course was served and the event had officially started. And since we had rings nearby, the bride broke the ice and started a pull-up challenge. And just like that, the day became more memorable as she also beat her personal best. Who said one can't do pull-ups in a dress? Nobody? Exactly. With the ice broken, the guests followed her lead and presented their best game. Here you can see cousin Dom effortlessly cranking out pull-ups with a smirk on his face, looking like an absolute unit. He makes it look like a casual Sunday stroll. And here we have brother Sebastian showing off his massive arms. With biceps like those, even the toughest bolts don't stand a chance. Next up is father-in-law Nelutsu, effortlessly cranking out one-arm pull-ups. Age is just a number for this powerhouse. And here I am, blissfully unaware that my underwear was stealing the show. And I was wondering why people were laughing. At least I was wearing my good underwear. Anyway, as usual we had to take pictures, people started dancing, some even busting out moves straight from the vintage groove. That's by the way my unfinished bow we're using as limbo stick, but hey, it's probably at its most useful right now. The youth started arm wrestling, blissfully unaware they had unwittingly provoked the wrong opponent. At first glance, it might seem like an even match, but then you see that smile. The smile that says he's enjoying giving his opponents a glimmer of hope, making them think they have a chance. But what he's really doing is just toying with them, letting them tire themselves out. And then, when the warm-up is over, he slowly starts applying pressure, bit by bit, until he mercilessly crushes their hopes into oblivion. Of course, after the first match, you'd think he might be tired and it'd be a good time to take him on. But while Dom is giving it his all, and trust me, Dom is strong. I've arm wrestled him before and can confirm he packs muscle. Nelutsu isn't even breaking a sweat. It's like he's playing with his opponent's arm as if it were a Ken doll before gently putting him down for a nap. That's what I like to see after a match, a gentleman displaying sportsmanship in honor of the challenge. The evening continued with some more dancing, and please enjoy this display of elegance in the fine art of serving cake. If you've made it this far into the video, I hope you're not bored to death. If you're still alive and kicking, please don't hesitate to leave a comment, like and smash that subscribe button. Big thanks to everyone, and please don't take life for granted.